Do you spend hours each week creating Instagram content, but you're still not getting the sales and the wins that you see everyone and their mom sharing to their feed? It's really rough, but there's usually just a few simple changes you need to make to get there, and I'm going to help you. You are closer than you think. You can find the exact gaps that you have in your Instagram strategy, the gaps that are holding you back from getting clients from your content with my free Find and Fix the Gaps in Your Instagram Strategy quiz. All you have to do is take 5 minutes to fill out the quiz and you'll get the exact roadmap you need to start getting sales from your Instagram content. Get your copy of the quiz at sociallyyours.biz/findandfixed. All spelled out, all one word, find and fixed, or check the link in the show notes. Welcome to episode 51 of Mompreneur Mastery. It is, by the time you hear this, it'll be July. And I want to talk about how you can prepare your Instagram for summer trips. Being a mompreneur, I'm sure you have some kind of breaks or vacations or like trips to visit family scheduled since your kids are off. And the last thing you want to have to worry about while you are creating these core memories with your families is Instagram, honestly. So let's talk about how we can put Instagram on the back burner, but still not lose engagement and all of that. So you can still keep that consistency you need for your account. Welcome to the Mompreneur Mastery Podcast, where we share actionable Instagram strategies that fit into a busy mom schedule so that you can get more engagement, more leads, and more sales in less time. I'm Sydney O'Brien, an Instagram strategist who started my business with 3 kids under 5 and found a way to do it without sacrificing quality time with my family and only working 2 hours a day. I love helping other mom business owners find that seemingly impossible mom work-life balance instead of spending too much time creating content that isn't getting them the results they want. If you're an overwhelmed but very ambitious business owner and you want to strategize the heck out of your Instagram account so that you can save time and make more sales, you're in the right place. So my family is taking 2 trips this month. The first one I will be on when you hear this, actually. We are going on like a camping, kayaking, guided tour of a national park. Really excited about that. We actually won that trip through an organization called Blue Star Families. They support military families. So if you are a military family, check them out. They have like virtual resources and stuff that is helpful, but there are also local chapters where you can get access to all kinds of things. So definitely, if you're a military family, see if there's one in your area and sign up online. But anyway, we are very excited, but because it is like kind of, I'm going to be busy, I'm probably not going to have my laptop, there's going to be no Wi-Fi, there's going to be like limited phone time. My strategy for Instagram is going to look significantly different. So what I'm doing is something that I always recommend even when you're not going on vacation, which is batching and scheduling your content ahead of time. Just saves a ton of time. Make sure your strategy and your posts are all cohesive and working together to achieve your goal, whatever your current goal is, whether it's like growth or engagement or sales or whatever. Planning it just helps make sure that you actually get to that goal. And the scheduling just saves an insane amount of time and stress. But anyway, the posts I'm choosing to schedule are what's important here for this specific trip. And I'll get into other strategies in just a minute, because different things are going to work for different people, different families, different time constraints, all kinds of things. So there will be multiple options, but I just want to let you know what I'm doing for this one first, since I won't have phone, laptop, Wi-Fi access. I am going to be still sharing some content because I don't want to lose out on that consistency that keeps it so my posts keep getting seen and they keep the engagement up and all of that. But I also don't want to share content that is going to start like DM conversations or anything that I would need to follow up on, since I won't be able to do that. So it's all going to be very kind of like run-of-the-mill type of content, like very basic. I'm not going to get into the super, like the deeper kind of posts that are like all about mindset shifts and debunking common myths. Those kinds of things that start conversation. Like I'm not looking for connection, but I would like a little engagement basically. And if you're wondering what the difference is, engagement is just people interacting with your posts, most time comments. But it could still be likes, could be shares, saves, and comments. Connection is like the next level of that, where it leads to one-on-one conversations that build like trust and like foster like a deeper relationship with someone. That connection piece is super important. It is something I usually want. I mean, I always want, because that's the stuff that takes a follower to a client, but I'm not going to be there to do that. So I don't want to have posts that do that right now. I will, however, share like quick win kind of posts, like educational posts, things that if they get engagement, the engagement that they get will be very lighthearted and things I don't necessarily need to follow up on. I also will not be doing stories. Obviously, I won't have my phone, and like I could schedule some to post while I'm gone, but my story and DM strategy kind of work together so that I am able to do more of that connecting piece that I talked about and like talk to people in DMs. And I won't be there to do that. So I'm just skipping out on stories. I'm actually using my own content maximizer system to find posts to share while I'm gone. The maximizer system just helps you know how to read and analyze your insights to know which post to maximize or like repurpose. And there's like a step-by-step framework of how to turn one of those posts into at least 20 new ones. So I will look at posts that got some comments but didn't start a lot of like DM conversations, or posts that got like shares, things that I, again, don't have to follow up on. And then I'll use my framework and the content maximizer system to repurpose them so I can schedule them for while I'm gone. So I still have content that is getting engagement and like helping my account in that way, but it's less work for me because, again, I will not be there to respond to comments or DMs or anything like that. I will also not be promoting any paid offers while I am gone because, and I mentioned this just a second ago, but my DM strategy, I won't be able to do it. And that is where most of my sales come from, is from having that solid DM strategy. Like I said, it kind of coincides with works together with my story strategy. So you can use that connection to like build the trust and the relationship and then invite them to buy the offer, right? And I won't be able to do that DM piece. So I will not be sharing promotional content. If I do, it'll be for a lead magnet instead of a paid product, because for that, I can just have a third-party tool called ManyChat send a link automatically for me where people can get the lead magnet. But I'm not going to promote an offer where I would want to utilize a DM strategy to convert followers into clients or customers if it's a digital product, since I won't be able to do that. But later in the month, I'm going on another trip with my family. And while I don't want to be tied to my phone or laptop or anything, I will be able to have those conversations. I will be able to share the stories. So I'll still do that. But I'm still gonna schedule content ahead of time, because while I can do it, I don't want to do a ton of it. And one of my favorite things about being a mompreneur is having this flexibility. I get to make the rules and make sure this like fits within my life. Like, you don't have to post 3 times a day or like do specific things just because some guru on the internet told you that's what's best. And this, like, the things I'm sharing might not even be what's best for you, and that's fine. I want you to find what works for you. I'm trying to give you some options or ideas to go off of, and you can tweak them as needed. But I understand different things work for different people have different resources, time constraints, schedules, things like that. There's no one perfect strategy that's like the absolute same for everyone. When you get into the like details of it, it's going to be different. But for my second vacation, because I will have phone and laptop access, I will share more posts to get more engagement and more connection and be able to utilize more of my story and DM strategies so I can still make sales from Instagram while I'm on vacation. Because I'm not interested in spending a ton of like energy and like brain space on content right now, because I'm busy like planning trips and getting kids ready and doing laundry. So we have clothes to pack and like all of that stuff. I am, again, using one of my own tools to save my sanity here I'm going to be using posts for my What the Heck to Post content map, because those are all post prompts and hooks that are specifically designed to create engagement that leads to that connection piece that I mentioned earlier, that leads to those conversations where you foster relationships and trust and all of that. So I will be using those posts later in the month while I'm on my second trip, visiting family up in the Northeast. So when you're planning your content for your trip, another idea might be, even if you're not going on a trip, if you just want to take a break and not do so much, if your kids are home or you just want to enjoy summer, you don't even have to post to your feed. If you want to just completely step away from it, I would maybe make one last post letting people know and pin it to the top of your profile. Another option is if you kind of want to be there to nurture or engage in some manner, might just do stories. Your most engaged followers are the people hanging out in stories, watching those. You can still share what you're doing, share polls, start conversations, things like that. But you don't have to create content for your feed if you don't want to. It's completely up to you. It's your Instagram, it's your business. Do it how you think is best for you, because whatever you choose, it should work for you. You're a mom business owner, which is already pretty unique, right? So we're already kind of forging our own paths here. So you chose what works for you and your family for your business. Instagram should not be different. Don't feel like you have to post 1 million times a day or a week if that doesn't work for you. And if you do want to keep posting to your feed and just want to be able to create, schedule, forget about it, I will link those 2 tools that I talked about in the show notes. So to go over them real quick in case you forgot, the first one was the content maximizer system, which is if you want to double down on work you've already done and save time on knowing what to post, you can get this system, and it teaches you how to analyze your insights so you know which post to maximize, and then gives you a step-by-step framework for taking any of those posts and turning it into at least 20 new ones. So there's a potential there for a ton of new content, a ton. And then there's also the What the Heck to Post content map, which is 3 months of post prompts that are specifically designed to create engagement, but not just any engagement. It's not just the random emoji type of comments that you get sometimes. It's to foster engagement that leads to engagement that starts conversations so that you can foster connection and relationships and build trust. The thing that get those pieces that takes a follower down the buyer journey to be an actual buyer. And whatever summer Instagram strategy you are choosing, I hope that you and your family are having just the best summer. And if you found any of these strategies to be something you might try, I would love it if you would leave a review for Mompreneur Mastery so that other people can more easily find these episodes and get the same kind of help and insights from the podcast for their Instagram strategies. Thank you so much for listening to Mompreneur Mastery, simple Instagram strategy for busy moms. If you were listening to this episode and found yourself nodding along, I would love it if you would find me on Instagram and send me a message telling me your biggest takeaway. My handle is @socially.yours.strategist. And don't forget to grab your free 1 month of Conversation Starters content calendar so that you know exactly what to post to get more comments without spending hours brainstorming Instagram post ideas. You can get it at sociallyyours.biz/content calendar or head to the link in the show notes. Hey Mompreneur, I know that selling your offers on Instagram is really hard. First, you gotta know how to word your content to make sure that it clearly shows how amazeballs your offer is. And then you also have to know how to craft the content to make sure it appeases the algorithm gods so it actually gets seen by the people most likely to buy it. My goal is to help moms help their families through their online businesses. That is why I made Carousels That Sell. Carousels That Sell is a collection of 7 Instagram carousels and captions that have made me over $20,000. So I turn them into plug-and-play templates so that you can get the same results. Carousels That Sell is super easy to use, so you can easily create and schedule the content, and will help sell your offers for you while you're off playing with your kids. Grab the templates that have made me over $20K for only $27 at sociallyyours.biz/carousels-that-sell. so you can grow your business bank account faster than your kid outgrows their clothes.